Hey everyone. Right, to continue on our basic theme, I thought I'd do a couple of bookmarks. So I've got just a couple of scrap pieces of cardstock really. 2.5 across and I think about 5 or 6 inches. 5 7/8. As I said, they were scrapped. So, and I've also got watercolours. Yay! What I want to do is put on some, I've got, no, oh, isn't that a shame? They are just too small. Right, I am going to put on some music paper and I've got some book paper. So, some music paper, let's get that one on first. Oh, blimey, this brush is stiff. So, I'm just using matte medium again. Because I'm using watercolours, I really want it stuck down well. Now I'm going to put it all the way over it and make sure that is well stuck down. Okay, let's move that one. Clean that off. I'm just going to put that to one side to dry. And then the next one, I sometimes think the harder I try to keep things clean on the back, the worse they become. Okay. Now I quite like that picture on the bottom, so if I can sort of get that in it, I will be very happy. So, see if we can lift that up. And just press it down. So the idea is I'm going to use the book pages as a background. I'm going to then put like a watercolour wash over the top. And then add some decoration on top of that. Well, that's the idea. These things morph as I start making them. Oh, I haven't got that base square. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's move all the bits. I was going to rip them and then thought, no. Let's try and make something that looks a little bit neater than I'd normally do. Oh. Do you know, I think ripping it might have been easier. Certainly less time consuming. I'm just holding my scissors on a slight angle so I can get in right to the edge. Okay. Now I am actually going to round the corners off. Or at least try. This is really thick cardstock. So that's one. I have got a proper corner thing, one of those We Are Memory Keepers. Oh, I can't use it. God, it just goes everywhere. Now I love this thing. I wouldn't be without this as a hole punch. But the corner thing, oh, I just can't get it to grips with it. Okay. Oh, somebody's car alarm having a mad one. So there we have 3 basic bookmarks. That one actually I think looks lovely on its own. So, that's a bit too easy, isn't it? Oh. So, we have a watercolour set. I don't even know what make this is. Creative Peak. It wouldn't have been particularly expensive. Now, what colours are we going to have? I'm in the mood for bright and... Well, that's nice and bright. But I don't want it too thick. So maybe we do... Oh, that's nice. Yay! And then we go for the green. Except I've got a bit of purple mixed in with that. Now I do want this wet. The plan in my head was to try and graduate it. As you can see, that hasn't really worked. So maybe we add a bit of fuchsia pink to the side. All I'm doing is the same as I use the inks. Do you know what? I am going to go in with a bit of... This is called jade, but I can't. That's like an aquamarine to me. I'm going to leave that like that. I like that. Okay, that was just 3 colours. So that is just a watercolour wash on that one. Now I could try and do something fancy on this one, but do you know what? I think it would probably go wrong. So, what colours are we going for? Let's go for... And I am actually just going to put them straight on now because I do want these... Oh, that car alarm is so annoying. I love the way that you can use watercolours to almost like poster paints. So if you put them on straight from the tin, they'll be like that, or you can make them. So if we've gone for that, let's go for a really bright blue. And if we overpaint it, then that'll turn purple. Maybe if we, oh, actually, I've just found a plum. Let's try that. I'm trying to keep these clean. Right, I wasn't happy with any of those, so What are we going for now? Teal. Let's try that. Now I know I'm putting them on straight on. The lemon never works in this set, so oh yes, oh look at that. This is supposed to be a lime green, but actually that's more of a yellow. It's called having fun. That almost looks like let's take a bit of it off. Then I have to say that really wasn't what I intended, but now I'm just going to go in and mute it down a bit. I think there is a white. Let's see if that will just... As you can see, I'm not an accomplished watercolour painter. That car alarm is driving me nuts. Although saying that, I got out my pastel pencils yesterday. I was having to play around with them. Okay. This is going to have so many layers on, it's going to look like mud in a minute. This is a grey. So if we're going to make mud, let's make mud. That actually, I think, looks a bit better. Let's dab it down. Now I don't suggest you go in and what I suggest you do is go in and have a play. Oh, I like that colour best. Okay, so I should have gone for this one first. I admit defeat. Oh, lady's lost her dog again. Next, well, about 3 doors up, I can hear her calling him. He keeps escaping through a hole. They must have a hole in their fence. I don't want obvious bands if I can help it, so I'm just... That looks like rust. Looks like last week's. That, I think, is going to be it, because I'm hoping will dry a bit lighter. Because at the moment, I'm not feeling the love for that one. Right, I'm going to go and try these, and then I'll be right back. I actually went in and went over it with some yellow and some, well, I think it's a kind of turquoisey type colour, but it's still really, really dark to what I want. So I have a choice. I can either go in with some gesso, or I think what I'm going to do, because I've been, oh, blimey, I'm going to put, if I can find a brush, some splatters, some white splatters. So a bit of white paint. Now there are various ways. This is just titanium white, and I need a round brush. So titanium white, loads and loads of water. There are, like I say, there are a few ways of doing this. I've got that pen, hold up the right way, so a Posca pen, which is like an oil-based ink, which if you shake it hard enough will make splatters. Right, now this goes everywhere, just so you're aware. And then if oh yeah, I can see it flying everywhere. Yeah, not on me. I should have an apron on, I think. Except I can't see how else you do it. Ooh, see, you can do that. In fact, I think I prefer that. Let's get some up there. Yay. Okay, now that has brightened it up, except I haven't got any at the very top, so not wishing to get it all over the camera and already knowing it's going to take me how long to tidy this mess up. Okay, that has brightened it up no end. Now I am just going to wipe up the bits I can see, and then everything else, yeah, I can see it's gone past the desk, just so you're aware that's what it does. Right, I'll leave that to soak for a moment. So if I leave that one to dry, what I wanted to do was stamp. So I'm thinking, actually, I've got butterflies out and I've got flowers out. Now I think butterflies might look nicer at the top. So we could have one there. So I'm using the StazOn again, the solvent ink, just in black. Ink that up. I'm thinking oh, I've been colouring in, that's what that is. Right, so I'm thinking maybe one off there. Maybe half of it. Oh, that's a better stamp. That's a shame that one hasn't come out properly. Okay, let's put that one back on there, and then I'm thinking a smaller one. So maybe one up there. So ink it up and yeah, I like that. So that's that one. It's still a little bit wet, so I am going to add some of my felt tips to this. I feel the urge for felt tips, so I just keep a tub. This one is Tombow, don't give a name. 623. I don't know if this one will be dark enough. Not really. let's go for, these are cheap ones. And just colour it in. Yeah, let's keep the same colourway for this one. This one's a lot fainter, so it's showing up a second stamp. And this side. And then let's find something nice and bright for the top one. Let's go for yellow. That shows up quite well. I wasn't sure how well the watercolours would hold up to having felt tips on them, but that seems to be doing all right. This one wasn't a particularly good image, stamped image, but that seems to have worked not too bad. I think after all the lace and the frills and all the prettiness of last week, I needed something to sort of go, Okay. Now if you want, I don't have the inclination. I love that picture on the bottom, so I'm going to leave that where it is. What I am going to do though is, now everything is coloured in, is just edge it. And I was actually efficient, thought about what I was doing today and had some little bits of ribbon cut. So that's the first tag. Right, is this one dried? Yep. Okay. I'm going to use a flower on this one. So I really must clean these. So I am back to my old favourite ones. Except I've used it so much it's lost so much of its stickiness. Right. Now I'm not sure how well this will stand up against the black and the dark. So we'll see how we get on. Now I can see I haven't inked over there. Right. Actually, that looks okay. I like that. Okay. I don't think that needs... I was going to put another one down there. I don't think that needs it. Now that is going to need bright. How about red? They look like poppies, don't they? Okay. I think that'll do that one. Once I've straightened them out. I wasn't sure about doing the seed heads the same colour, and then thought, yeah, because it's a really nice contrast. This week has turned out to be very different from last week. In fact, I don't think, oh, that's what I haven't done. Blimey, I put that on. Just adds a nice finishing touch. Let's put a bit extra in the corner. There we go. Right. Put them in the middle so you can see. Very, very simple, very basic bookmarks. But you won't lose those in a hurry. Right, you take care though, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.